of tempo for touch, but now I'm going to talk about the 5 factors in controlling your ability to stop the ball after a given distance as intended. Those 5 factors, there are 4 of them that you only are used to and you don't actually do anything about. The 5th factor is you turn your neck to gain the information about the target distance. And those 4 factors are your ball, your putter, your tempo, and your green speed. Those 4 factors you just are used to, and you have to know how they affect if you change things. The 5th factor is your targeting definition for where I am to where I want the ball to stop, and that's the neck roll. The neck roll polishes off your information about how far you want to go. You have loads of information already brimming in your brain because you putted this green before, because you putted putts this long before, because you've seen somebody else putt this putt before, because you played this course 100 times and you know this green, because all greens are the same, because you've been looking at your putt when you walked up from the fairway, and many other sources. But the neck turn polishes all that off with precision, and then you count your backstroke and you let it go. But the 4 factors that you're used to, let me discuss those in a little detail. Golf balls, when you hit them with a driver or a full iron shot, the metal of the club compresses the golf ball approximately 1/3 of its diameter, and then the ball pops off the face. It rebounds. The forces involved in putting aren't sufficient to do that. The forces in putting never really penetrate deeper in the ball than the cover material itself. The cover material matters, but other than that, it doesn't matter. A hard cover material like a Surlyn for a distance ball, a Surlyn material, will go farther for exactly the same stroke than a balata covered golf ball. The balata covered golf ball absorbs more of the blow, and the Surlyn covered golf ball pops off the face more sharply. On a 10-foot putt, a balata ball that rolls exactly 10 foot with a stroke, if you give that exact same stroke to a Surlyn covered ball, the Surlyn covered ball will go about 11 feet. Okay? Doesn't matter, because you just use whatever you usually play with. You stick to that. You practice with the same thing you play with, and you don't change it. But if you changed it, you just have to adjust, and it takes about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay? The second factor is the putter, the mass of the putter head itself. In physics, it's largely irrelevant how large the stick is, how big the handle is, how massive anything altogether is. It's all about the mass of the putter head coming in contact with the ball. For 2 identical swings, a light putter head versus a heavy putter head, the heavy putter head will send the ball farther. Now, the range of variability is typically 325 grams is a Scotty Cameron lightish putter. A mid-range heaviness of putters will be in the vicinity of 350 to 360 grams. That's about 7 troy ounces, I think. A heavyish putter would be in the vicinity of 375 grams. The so-called heavy putter is in the vicinity of 450 to 500 grams, and that's simply too much. Why do I say that? The upper limit on the heaviness of the putter depends somewhat on the strength and structure of the individual golfer's body, but the point is always reached when there's any skippiness in the takeaway. If a putter is too heavy, it's a good idea to go up to that line as close as you can get without making your takeaway skippy. But whatever your putter is, you're used to it, stick with it. If you change putters, you have to get used to the new putter, but it takes about 15 minutes. The third factor is your tempo. Use one, don't change it. As I teach, there's one in particular you ought to know, which is the gravity tempo. But your body and your brain relies on you not changing your tempo. Your tempo has timing in 2 senses, the backstroke timing and the downstroke to impact timing. Those have to be consistent. And in general, whatever your tempo is, the backstroke is twice as long as the downstroke to impact. That's because the backstroke is basically a fake version of a whole swing from top of backstroke to top of through stroke. If you actually started your backstroke from the top of the through stroke and went all the way to the top of the backstroke, that would be twice as long as from there down to impact, and that's why the backstroke is twice as long. Whatever your tempo is, stick to it, don't change it. If you do change it, you got some work to do to get used to the new tempo. It's not that easy to get used to the new tempo. One of the things about tempos is that you think you've got a good beat on it, unless you can actually say it the way it happens. If you can speak something that matches in terms of pacing how long it actually is supposed to take, then you are probably locked into your tempo pretty well. The only tempo for a gravity stroke golfer that he has to worry about is the backstroke, because he doesn't do the downstroke. So to learn the backstroke, he has to whatever one full swing would be, his natural gravity downswing from top to top. He has to learn how to say that. One potato, no hurries. One potato, one potato. Then you can make a backstroke that's said that way, one potato, and you get the right backstroke for the distance that you're trying to get. Your instincts will give it to you, but only if you know accurately what your backstroke timing is. Okay? So one tempo, stick to it, you don't have anything different to do. The fourth factor is the green speed. Green speed itself does not matter. What matters is that you internally appreciate what the green speed actually is on that given green. Ideally, practice green and all the greens on the course, the 18 other greens, are all the same. That's what the greenskeeper is there for, is to try to make it consistent. The truth of the matter is there's some variation green to green, and also from early in the day to late in the day. It depends on when you play. And in some golf courses, the practice green is just not really at all consistent with the greens on the golf course, probably because of aging or amount of wear or something. But if the practice green is consistent from green to green, you can get an appreciation of that golf course's set of green speeds by doing a core putt. A core putt is one backstroke, same tempo, will generate exactly the same club head speed at impact over and over and over. And you just simply putt 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 balls with that stroke, and guess what? They will all go exactly the same distance because they all got hit with exactly the same blow by the same putter. Your issue is, I'm the putting machine, how does my machine play out on this green speed? You don't chase the green speed and try to do something different to get the 10-inch stroke to always go the same distance as it usually does. You don't do it that way. You just putt your system and see how it works on that green, and then you internalize it and you're good to go. So when you putt several balls and they all go the same distance, that means that you actually did the physics of the same backstroke, the same tempo, same impact speed. And now you look at that distance and you internalize it and you say, that's my basic stroke. Anything that same distance, I know exactly what to do, which is a no-hit stroke of that backstroke length. Anything shorter than that, I also know is not a hit stroke, but it is a less large stroke. It's a smaller stroke. Anything outside of that is larger than my core putt, my basic stroke. And then your instincts will kick in and fill in the blanks with exactly the right backstroke. Other than that, those 4 factors, you're good to go. Just used to it. You don't have to do anything. When you